All right, what is up, guys? Welcome to a little introductory video here. My name is Zach Bailey. I'm the founder of Elite Self Coaching. And in this video, I want to give myself and our company a bit of an introduction, who we are, why we're different, what our mission is, what we do. And for some of you, to help you gain an understanding about what our program is and see if it's a good fit for you. If you feel like it is, feel free to click the apply link or button around this video and book yourself in for a call. But yeah, without further ado, I'm just going to dive right in. So Elite Self, first and foremost, is the max potential version of yourself mentally, physically, emotionally, habitually, and otherwise that you need to become in order to achieve what you define to be your true potential in life. Self-development is a constantly moving finish line, but it's the ideal that we're constantly working towards because we need to become a certain version of ourselves in order to max out our true potential in life. Our external is simply a reflection of our internal. And so we need to become a certain version of ourselves to create the life we truly desire. Most people just remain average and they never even come close to their true potential. And this is an unfortunate reality. And Elite Self is here to help as many people as possible develop into the versions of themselves that they need to in order to truly max out their potential. And I'm going to pull up a bit of a diagram I've created just to drive home this concept. First off, we define our vision. We have one shot at this life. We have one shot as a human being. And I think that it's our duty and obligation to max it out, to become the elite version of ourselves and create an extraordinary life. And again, we have to become a specific version of ourselves in order to do it. And the version of ourselves we must become is completely dependent on the vision you want to create. So it's important to first and foremost define what is your vision. And you might have like a clearly articulated vision, or you might have not even thought about this for a very long time, because a lot of people just get lost in the sauce and forget about what they really want to do, the impact that they truly want to make on the world, the amount of money they truly want to make, their travel situation, their relationships, the quality of relationships, what they want to do, what they want to experience. Most people just settle in all of those categories, right? And so define, don't worry about what's realistic or what's not realistic, how it will happen, how long it will take, if you're capable of it. There's a quote that I keep in mind often, which is, if you have the desire to achieve something, it therefore means you have the capability and the capacity to materialize it. But a lot of people discount their dream simply because they have doubts, or they're not sure how it's going to happen, or they don't believe that the current version of themselves can actually achieve it. And a lot of those things might be true. Some of the foundations of those doubts might be valid. The current version of yourself might not be able to do it at all. But that's why you got to develop yourself, right? You must become a certain version of yourself in order to even get remotely close. Okay. And this is where your elite self-development comes in, which across the board, you're gonna have to construct yourself almost from scratch. When you begin on your elite self journey, the first thing is saying, okay, what version of myself kind of exists within this reality? You can imagine yourself in the reality of your vision and say, okay, what version of myself exists? You can kind of picture yourself. How do you think? How do you walk? How do you talk? How do you feel? What do you look like? What's your body? What's your health? What's your day in the life? How do you conduct yourself? Start to get a sense of that and define, like, what, as far as you can see right now, what does that look like? Okay. And then, because we can't just leave it there, we have to identify, what is this going to look like in the short term? What are the tangible steps to progress towards this? With your vision, that could look like many different things, and it's going to be important to articulate what are the short-term areas of execution that you are going to take part in order to actually move towards your dream life. Because there's two pillars, as you can see by this diagram. You have to intentionally develop yourself. You also have to intentionally work towards your vision. Now, this is going to be something that you're going to do on your own. Within the program, we help you do this. We help you progress towards the version of yourself that you need to become in order to max out your potential. And together, we define, okay, what are the highest leverage areas of development that you need to experience in order to start progressing towards your elite self? And so you can apply the highest level version of yourself to this side of the equation, to your vision development, okay? 99.9% of the people that come to us, their highest leverage area of improvement is their health and fitness. And it truly is the foundation of becoming your elite self. Because if you are not fit, if you're not healthy, if you're not energized, if you're not going to live a long time, then maxing out your potential is pretty much impossible. Okay. And so if your health and fitness is currently not optimized, if you currently do not have the body you want and the health you want and the energy you want, this is square one. This is non-negotiable for your full potential. And I don't make the rules. It's just reality. Like, you cannot max out your potential if you are not healthy and fit and energized. You just can't. Okay. And the guys that come to us, they know this, which is why they come to us to fix it, because they know they need to like fix this issue in order to start progressing towards their max potential, in order to become the man or woman that they know they're truly capable of becoming. And then beyond that, there can be many different areas of development that one needs in regards of progressing towards their elite self. And everyone is at a different starting place. Everyone has different kind of areas of initial development. Health and fitness is the common core one, but ultimately other things could include taking back control of your habits and your sleep, or reducing your distractions like social media usage, or if you use anything else as a distraction mechanism, like alcohol or masturbation or weed or porn or Netflix or something else that is sucking time and energy away, that might be an area of opportunity as well. There could be many different things, many different things. But again, health and fitness is the core thing that we help people with and make sure that is optimized. And then we look at additional areas of development beyond that point. Health and fitness is a great too, because it hits so many nails on the head. It helps you with your emotional development and also your mindset development, and obviously like physical development. And it's really an all-encompassing area of development, and it's super high leverage. A person that's fit versus a person that's not fit is a very different person inside and out in many different ways. So again, the foundation of becoming your elite self is your health and fitness. And once you're healthy and fit, and you're applying the healthy and fit, potentially much more confident version of yourself to this vision, you're gonna make progress faster than you ever have before, just because you're applying a higher level version of yourself to it. Okay. And so that is essentially the essence of elite self. Now I'm going to go over the program and essentially what it looks like from our angle, just so you guys get a bit of an idea. So I'm going to pull up, this is my client dashboard here. All the clients here. I'll pull up, sure, although. So this is what it looks like from our perspective when we're looking at a client's performance. From the client's perspective, it's a mobile app, and the dashboard is much more aesthetically pleasing than this and much more user-friendly. But essentially, he has his habits each day that he executes. He has his workouts that we prescribe. We prescribe workouts based on a few factors. We prescribe workouts based on the amount of time you have available, the amount of days per week you have available to work out, your experience level, the equipment you have in the gym, and where your physique currently is versus where you want it to be. And so we tailor the workouts around moving you from point A to point B. Okay. And lots of our clients either have a calorie goal, calorie and protein goal, or a full macros goal, depending on what their goals are for their physique and what things are worth focusing on within their nutrition. And then he has a few more habits in here as well, including evening routine, morning routine, some different stuff, a water goal. All those making very great strides, developing himself not only physically, but also mentally as well. And obviously that is the idea of elite self. And if I scroll down on the Instagram page here, I think I have a transformation picture of all those somewhere. Yep, here it is. And so, it just goes to show that when you put in consistent work with your nutrition, with your habits, with your workouts, you see amazing results. And the pictures tell a story, but when you start progressing towards your elite self, the physique transformation is profound, but the much more profound area of development is internally. Like with each physical transformation, whether it's Trevor here or Nick or Seth or anyone, even myself, the physical transformation, it occurs and it's the most evident thing externally. But the thing that changes the most is the way you think, the way you feel, the caliber of your mindset and beliefs, how you conduct yourself on a daily basis, your internal confidence in yourself. And again, applying this version of yourself to your vision mentally and physically, and you apply that version of yourself to your vision, you're doing more on a daily basis. You're able to do more deep work. You're able to make better first impressions. You're able to make better videos. You're able to, put higher quality work into problem solving or a project. You can feel the difference. Okay. And so this is why I'm so passionate about it, because you need to become a certain version of yourself in order to achieve what you define to be your max potential. I'll pull up another client here, Jonathan. So this is an example of a guy who started, I think just a month ago. Yeah, he started end of January, or yeah, so essentially just over a month ago. And so his app is a little less populated. We like to start off clients focusing on just the meat and potatoes of what they want to achieve. And then as they go, as things become easier, as habits become more integrated into their lives, we look at adding more stuff and progressing on different levels of development mentally and physically. So with Jonathan, we pretty much just started with health and fitness. We have a wake up time in here as well, because he wanted to get dialed in, waking up at 5 a.m. And so he did it, and he's doing it, and he feels great. And so again, he's been crushing it. He's down. His goal is weight loss, and he's already down. Let's see. Started at 210. Now he's at 201 as of today. So already down 9 pounds. It's only been a month. That's what comes from just consistent execution. One thing Jonathan said coming into the program is he wants to be the generation changer in his family, where his family historically hasn't had the most ideal kind of health patterns and self-development patterns, but he's going to be that guy in his entire family tree that changes it. And he's already inspiring his family, his kids, his wife, getting them on board. And it's amazing to see. And it's people like Jonathan that really start to change the world. Our mission is to help solve all world problems. And I know it's a massive mission, but one way that we're going to help do that is by building an army of people that are becoming their elite self and creating their own ripple effect in their lives. Because just what I was saying before, I don't know how exactly that can happen, but I'm not too worried about it. I believe that it's possible. And I know that one of the ways that we're going to contribute to doing that is, again, by creating as many elite selves in this world as possible. Because, if there's 100,000, if there's 1 million people developing into the max potential versions of themselves mentally and physically, creating profound change in their lives and their families' lives and their friends' lives, in their workplaces' lives, and creating the positive impact on the world that they know they're truly capable of, massive, massive positive ripple effects can happen. And Jonathan's just a great example of just making a decision, starting to develop into his elite self, and starting to create his own ripple effect. And it's great to see. It reminds me of why I do this, why I've built this, and it's just very gratifying. So this is like a big blown up version of what you'd see on your end as a client through the mobile app. You'd essentially see your calorie goals and your progress for today, any workouts that you do, any other habits or stuff that you track. It also tracks all these things as well. So your steps, your sleep, body weight, body fat, your progress photos, calories, and there's a lot of stuff you can track in here, and then shows you like PRs you get over time as well. And so the app is really cool for really tracking everything and just making sure that you're staying dialed in. There's also another thing of why I switched to an online program. I used to be an in-person trainer. I switched to an online program because, again, we're able to focus on many more areas of development through this scope of practice than just fitness. I mean, if you go to a personal trainer, they will tell you what to do in the gym, but they're not looking at your nutrition. They're not looking at your mindset. They're not looking at your habits. They're not tracking anything. And ultimately, this is why people go to the gym to a personal trainer for years on end and don't see results. And so it's important to have a holistic scope of practice to approach this journey with, because more than just fitness needs to be addressed in order to become your elite self. One other thing that we find extremely imperative to provide to our clients is education and internal development. The industry as a whole, both personal training and even online coaching, has a 97% failure rate long term. It's because most coaches and programs out there are giving their clients like a workout plan or a meal plan, but they're not educating them on how it actually works and how to make decisions on their own and why they're taking the initiatives that they're taking. And no internal transformation is being made. And even if they get results, again, nothing changes on the inside with their education or their identity. And this is why people end up progressing long term. So we make sure to educate our clients in real time as to why we're doing things and explain the idea behind it and explain like why it works and how it works, so that they can start equipping themselves with the tools to be sustainable long term. We not only want you to develop fast into the elite version of yourself in the short term, but also maintain that continued development in the long term as well, so you can continue to grow and continue to cause that positive ripple effect to everyone else in your life as well. And this is the communication software we have for the program. It's called Slack, and it's very simple and effective. I've had a lot of different kind of places for the communication in the program over the years. This is the best one that I've found. And essentially, there's two main functions of Slack, one of which is one-on-one communication, one of which is community participation. And so you'll see on the left here, there's kind of like a scrolling section where you'll have your starred section. So if you want to star any particular conversations that you have, I have my team starred, so the Elite Self coaches as well as other team members, and but all other direct messages are down here. And so when you join the program, you're going to be assigned to your one-on-one Elite Self development coach, and this coach is going to be the guy that's going to be strategizing your plan with you. He's going to be fully debriefed on who you are, what you want to achieve, what your short-term and long-term areas of development are. And then he's going to be the one prescribing you the workouts, the nutrition protocol, and the habit protocol in the app for you to start implementing immediately. And so you'll have one-on-one message access to your coach via Slack, as well as myself via Slack, just in case you have any questions, concerns, or thoughts along the way. That this is where the communication will be from here on out. And in addition to one-on-one communication, again, there's a community function here where there's going to be different channels, which will have a hashtag looking thing beside them. The ones that have locks beside them here are private channels that I have just within my team. So you won't see those. You'll just see the ones with hashtags. But first off here, the announcements tab. So this is where I post any program updates, any welcoming new members, happy birthdays, etc., any FYIs, stuff like that. Elite Self calls. So I run a weekly development call every Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific. And during these calls, I go over some type of development concept to help you progress towards your elite self, whether it's mindset or emotional development or habit development or health and fitness, or some type of activity to do together, or some type of clarity exercise or reflection exercise, just to help you guys just keep the ball rolling and keep moving the needle forward with your elite self development. And so if you can make these Saturday 10 a.m. calls, then hop on. If not, all recordings are posted here in the group for you to look back on afterwards when you have a chance. The Elite Self course, this will be where we have our course in the future. I just made this channel. And so by the time you join, there's going to be access to the course through this channel, but we're just kind of shifting things in the back end, finding out the best way to do it. So this is under construction. And the fitness tab, this is also a new channel I just made for any questions, posts, shares regarding fitness, leaderboards. I post a weekly leaderboard based on the app performance. And so this is just a nice little public accountability initiative. I also do the same thing over the course of every month. So performers of the month, same thing. And I give away prizes for the top 3. This month it was books. It's usually like books or Elite Self merch, stuff like that. Mindset, this is also a channel where you can share any mindset tips, tricks, posts that you come across along the way to share with other clients. Nutrition, same thing. If you come across any recipes, any healthy snacks, Jonathan shared the Ninja Creamy, or any like meal prep stuff, recipes, etc. You can share it in this channel. And you can also look to this channel for other clients sharing stuff to potentially benefit you in your journey. Positive inputs. So this is where you can share and get exposed to any positive inputs like podcast episodes, YouTube videos, audiobooks, even reels or YouTube shorts, just sharing stuff in here that you come across along the way that just contributes to you becoming a better version of yourself. And positive inputs are a super like important and underrated part of self-development. What you consume is who you become. And so I think it's important to continually brainwash yourself on a daily and weekly basis with positive inputs to help level up your mindset, level up your energy, and level up your beliefs. The questions tab is here for you guys to ask any questions that you have along the way. Ask anyone in the program. And as you can see, if you ask one question, you're going to get a bunch of answers. And, if one person has a question, usually more people do as well. And so this is just a great forum to ask questions or to look at for answers to common questions that you might not even have yet. But if your question is private and you prefer to keep it one-on-one, then obviously just message your coach or myself directly. And last but not least, here we have the wins channel where we post wins, whether it's lost another pound or gained another pound or got a PR in the gym, or as you can see here, Spence started taking some cold showers, which is awesome. Daniel got some PRs. Jonathan got some PRs. I got some PRs. Spence is feeling himself. Jonathan had a massive win here. He finally fit into his belt and down to 203 as of this post. As we just looked at, though, he's down to 201 now. He's historically struggled with walking in stores and buying stuff like this. There was a massive mental block walking into this particular store, but he did it, and he's super proud of himself, looking super sharp in his new clothes. It's amazing to see. Daniel's crushing his lean bulk. I shared my lean bulk progress as well. Lewis is a week and a half in, dropped 5 pounds. more muscle, less fat. He's crushing it. So any and all wins you can share in this channel. We got a community of killers and it's only growing. Last but not least, I've created a bit of a course here just to help you guys get started with some very important modules. Just some tutorial modules here to get you going, fitness related modules, some form videos as well, some stuff with health and nutrition, high performance modules down here. And I just put like a lot of the most important stuff into this course just to get you guys off and running. And just make sure that you consume some very important material immediately to start developing into your elite self. And a lot of these are really important tools for progression and consistency and leveling up in general. And so this course will be something you digest as soon as you join the program as well to get you rocking and rolling. All right, guys. So that's the video. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up. If you feel like elite self coaching might be a good fit for you to help you develop into your elite self in this chapter of your journey, feel free to fill out an application form and book yourself in for a call with myself. And on that call, we'll be just diving into who you are, what are your short-term areas of development, who do you want to become, what do you want to achieve, what version of yourself do you want to apply to your vision, what do you want your body to be, your health, your habits, etc., and iron out if my team and I are going to be a good fit to help you make that happen. And if it is, we'll get you set up and we'll get you implementing immediately. If you do decide to book a call, I'm looking forward to meeting you and I'll see you on the other side.